Good day, everyone. Today, our lesson on mental health awareness will be on pain. And I'm going to say growing pains. And today, I'm going to use the mayoclinic.org to help walk us through this and some notes I have on the side. As you know, we all will experience some type of pain in our life. Rather it's through our body or through us experiencing a broken heart or even a loved one, losing a loved one, or experiencing some challenges from that's happening with our loved ones, right? Because when they go through, we go through also. So it says growing pains are often described as an ache or a throb in the legs, often in the front of the thighs, the calves, or behind the knees. Growing pains tend to affect both legs and occur at night and may even wake a child from their sleep. Although these pains are called growing pains, there is no evidence that growth hurts. Growing pains may be linked to the lower pain threshold or in some cases to psychological issues. There is no specific treatment for growing pains. You can make your child more comfortable by putting a warm heating pad on the sore muscles and massaging them, right? So as I read that, I began to think about how we also as adults experience growing pains. We may feel them in the same places or maybe different places in our children. With that being said, there are ways that we also have to deal with our pain. If your child is not following directions, maybe they stay in constant trouble, that can cause you to have pain. And it can cause you to have pain in your heart because you love them so much. And just trying to maneuver and help them can put a strain on you. You can even have pain as far as migraines and headaches, which is a strain also. You also may find to have pain, which is in the inner parts also, which is called stress. Stress can bring on sleepless nights. Stress can bring on heart pain, pain in your body, abdominal pain, lower pain. And it's hard to function when you're in pain. You may say, well, I do pretty well. However, if you was as your neighbor or as your colleague, they would tell you you don't do well in pain, right? So what are some things people do when they're in pain? They tend to be angry. They can tend to be a little slowful. And with that being said, it affects everybody. So when you acknowledge that you're having these kind of pains and they're causing these type of difficulties, it's good to seek help. For example, you may have to go to your therapist or your healthcare provider, or you may have to go to counselor or a wise friend to help you maneuver through these pains. Sometimes these pains just appear, they come out of nowhere. That's why it's so good to really take care of yourself and pay attention to your body. Pay attention to what you're listening to, what you hear, what you're seeing. Pay attention to your surroundings because your environment also plays a huge factor in your mental health, right? So one definition I have, it says definition of pain is a localized or generalized unpleasant bodily sensation or a complex of sensation. Trying to read my handwriting. That causes mild to severe physical discomfort and emotional distress. and typically results from bodily disorders such as an injury or disease, right? But again, I also talked about that pain that you can be experiencing from trying to help your children, your family, or yourself, and the strain it has on your body will cause you to have pain. So, how can you deal with these things? Well, you have to develop coping skills. And one thing you have to realize that everybody is not your assignment, and that you only can do what you can do within limits. Also, you can't change people, right? Just like our students. Our students, they walk around, they're in school, they see their friends not making not making good choices. They try to change them. And sometimes during that trying to change somebody, they can be causing their own self some internal pain, right? And then if they get too aggressive with one another, then they're going to cause themselves some physical pain. So there's times where you may have to just step back and allow somebody else who's more equipped to help you, right? Seek help, right? Because we want to alleviate those pains that you're experiencing. And we talked about where it can come from and what it is. And we just talked about dealing with it, right? Getting the help. Because we want you to live a long life and be healthy yourself for other people. And at times, I'm going to tell you this, at times you may just have to stay home, right? When we see children and they're not feeling well, they sleeping, they're not eating, they may respond aggressively or mean. That's the time you need to just say, hey, honey, today is not a good day for you. We recommend that you go home. We're going to call your mom. And that's the same way with the adults. You have to sometimes say, you know what? Today you're not having a good day. And I know you have to be at work, but we really need you to be what? Healthy. So it says some causes of pains could be some people could be sick, have an infection. They can be stressed. It can be puberty for children, urinary tract infection. It could be somebody who has sickle cell, deals with a lot of pain. Somebody that could be constipated, things like that. So those are just a few things that may cause pain in which they must seek their doctor, right? And then you have those that have psychological pain, right? That's why it's important to deal with our mental health. I have some quotes. One of them says, use the pain as fuel and keep going. And when I think about that quote, I think about somebody that has experienced a broken heart, maybe some rejection there, right? So sometimes they internalize those things as it being their fault. And they begin to think that they're not worthy of to be loved or to be cared for. But that's not it. You were created wonderfully and you was beautifully made. And with that being said, you are worthy of the love. So take that pain, take what you experience, and use it as fuel to keep pushing in life. Don't give up. Don't look back unless there's something back there that you need that's going to help you move forward, okay? It said pain doesn't just show up in our lives for no reason. It's a sign that something in our lives needs to be changed. And when I thought about this quote, also I thought about, when you're having those pains in your body, sometimes that's a sign that something is wrong and you need to see the doctor or the therapist. You need to get help. No one should have to be subject to the effects of what happens when you are in pain, right? So please pay attention to your body and to your mental health. And the last one is, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Psalms 30:5. And so with that being said, you don't have to always wallow and lay in the bed of pain or defeat or depression. It is up to you to seek guidance, seek help, so you can experience the joy that's due to you. Okay? Again, thank you for listening. Have a great day.